How much longer?
What's up?
We
How much longer what?
nothing. The cat's just freaking out.
I see. Hello, Zen. How you doing? Up. Let me do the whole music.
Even Nan.
Hello, little DeAndre as well. What did you say, love, just now? It went out. It went in one ear, out the other one. I did
Nothing.
Okay. It sounded like you said Banana Man.
No.
I was pretty sure that's not what you said, so I had to be sure. Also, this morning, earlier today, so my keyboard has been acting up lately, right? Where sometimes it'll just disconnect for no reason, and I have to fiddle with it to get it connect again. Right? I thought it was the keyboard, but I tested out changing out the USB cable, and that worked to fix it.
Huh.
It was just the USB cable being a fucking shit ass. Still hate that you're not out on patrol right now, but you're trying to be responsible. Yeah, a few more. Just tell yourself a few more days, and you'll be able to be back out again, and eventually that will be true. Just follow the doctor's ordinances. However long the doctor says you gotta be not doing things after surgery. So it should be fine, right? Ah, I just scratched myself with my own. I have to clip my toenails, apparently. Ow. Ow. You have a week of this crap left? Yeah, but tomorrow you'll only have 6 days, and the day after that you'll only have 5. You know? But then you'll be able to go back out on patrol and do whatever you want again. Within reason. Within reason. Of course, of course. Love of my life here was bored, so she decided to join me, which is great. I love having her.
Nah.
That's what I thought. You know, it's just frustrating. I'm sure it is. My wife is also frustrated. She's bored and wants to do something, but she doesn't know what. And she doesn't know what?
What's gay?
Well, they're what's gay is their band. If it was a regular who came in and said that, I'd be like, what the fuck, man? But like a new person comes in and says that, like, nah, spam. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're about. You don't come into someone's chat and just start with that. You know?
Yeah.
So they're gone. Immediately, I immediately launched them to Mars. Which is where I send all the people I ban. If it wasn't clear. Oh, it's Her! I haven't seen the movie Her. Is it good? Have you heard of it?
Shut up.
Well, look. Erased. But that's a genuine question. Have you seen the movie Her, love, and is it good?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
No. Sure,
I don't really like Joaquin Phoenix.
Was it Joaquin Phoenix? Isn't Her the one where it's Joaquin Phoenix and he falls in love with an AI voice or some shit?
I think so.
I think
with
so too.
like Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Which seems like it would have been a better movie before generative AI. And it did come out before generative AI. But now that generative AI is out, it seems kind of cringe now. But I still kind of want to watch it because I've heard it's good.
It was cringe then. That's why like it never interests me.
I understand. It's just you, Kraz? Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. I like Joaquin Phoenix somewhat. God, what's with all the children coming in the chat? Just coming in and being like 6, 7. And this one has Japanese name. It's a bit too real. People actually do that shit. Yeah, now people actually do that shit. Let's not spam the chat, please. Let's not spam the chat, please. But hello. It is too real now. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of movies that weren't too real, and now they're too real, and some movies that are just always too real, and now that one's too real. You know? Billy Doll Rants, hello, rar, welcome in. Should you do it to the 6-7 guy? Why not? I'd like to assume that anyone who comes into a chat for the first time and says 6'7" is like 10 years old. You know what I mean?
What?
I'm doing well. Look, we gotta be careful with children because children need to go to Mars. Children are cringe and lame and need to go to Mars. Hello, Logan. Welcome in. I'm doing well, baby doll. How about you? How about you, my love? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Well, I mean, like, tell us about your day. I'm all ears, girl.
I just feel like the
Yeah?
How are you, baby doll? Was really funny to me. Sorry.
How are you, baby doll? How are you, honey? Remember me? You have a new name, so no, Logan, I don't.
I remember Logan.
Do you? There's so many people in my chat all the time that I don't remember. And usually people come in who ask me, remember me? Either they've been here a million times, and of course I remember you, or they've been here once and they changed their name, so I don't remember. Send them to outer space, then let them colonize the stars. That's what I'm thinking. See, I told you! I told you! Fucking change their name. Of course I don't remember you. You changed your name. It must have been a different Logan you're thinking of, love.
It must be. I do remember a Logan, though.
You
I
can't-
think. Or was it a Lewis?
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm wrong.
I remember a Logan as well, but also you can't come into a chat and ask if I remember you when you changed your name. What kind of question is that? It happens way too often. It happens way too often. The questions I get the most: do you play Roblox and remember me? And I hate both of those questions. You are iconic, Kraz. You're right. You are iconic. Absolutely. You think you're fairly memorable, Zem? Absolutely. I have longtime viewers that I remember who haven't been here in a million years. Loogie, for example, shows up on occasion, but like he's awesome when he's here. Usually. We used to have long conversations, Loogie and I. Roy as well. Roy used to show up all the time. Now he shows up on occasion and throws stuff at me, and then DMs me like a GIF or something like that during stream. You're gonna be back because you're gonna get a cookie. Okay, fair enough. You tend to just be here and not talk much. That's fine. Of course, Zen's is this goddamn superhero. Literally, kind of. I mean, like, kind of. He's part of that like superhero. If you didn't know, love, he's part of that superhero thing where people dress up as superheroes to do like community service and help kids and things of that nature. You know.
That's cool.
Get donations for charities, stuff like that. It's good. It's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I make good background noise while you work. Hell yeah. He's goddamn Iron Man. Well, he does work with iron. And he is a man. And his first name is Tony. If his first name was Tony, he'd be freaking out right now. But I don't actually know his first name.
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about the cookie, but I had to settle for applesauce.
Will. First name is Will. Got it. Someone say Tony. Hi, Kara. How you doing? With a box of scraps. Yeah, he does. How you doing, Kara? Someone did say Tony. Tony the Tiger. Anyway. What up? Not much. Normal stuff. Here with my wife. Trying to spark up conversation with her and chat. And everyone in between.
If you could choose someone to narrate your life, who would it be?
Oh God, that one's a hard one, actually. Let's leave it to the chat first. If you could if you could choose someone to narrate your life, who would it be? And then also, and everyone's gonna say Morgan Freeman. Preface this: if someone narrated your life, who do you think it would be? How about that one?
Well, what do you mean that's such a broad question? It's easier to answer.
If you answer with who you want it to be, it's all going to be a couple of people. If you ask someone who do you think it would be, it makes them think about who they are as a person and choose a thing that they think would be best fitting for themselves. So if I ask that question to you, love, who would you want narrating your life, but who do you think would be narrating your life? Because I'm sure those are two different people.
Oh my god.
David Attenborough. You know what? I'm with Zen here. I'd want David Attenborough and fucking narrating my life, but that's not who would be. No.
I would say I'd want Julie Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I'd get Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. That's pretty good. You'd want Peter Cullen to narrate your life? That's pretty good, too. Welcome back. I'm glad the cookie was good. Can you ask a question? Feel free. Fuck it, George Lopez. You think you would have George Lopez, Kara? That's a good one. That is a good one. Some guy who makes podcasts and sells supplements. You're not wrong. That's probably where I'm at as well. That's probably exactly what I would get. It's just some asshole who makes a shitty podcast and sells supplements and makes minimum wage on selling supplements. Not only is he Optimus Prime, but he did all the old school Toonami promos. Yeah, it's true. He did. He had that like deep voice. It was good. Who do I think would narrate my life? Obviously, I want David Attenborough. That's not who I may get. But who do I think would actually, out of the people that I know off the top of my head, who do I think would narrate my life? You know what? I'm gonna leave this to my wife first, and then while I think about it, who do you think would narrate my life, love? You know me well enough to probably have a good opinion on that. Joe Rogan? You think I'd be narrated by Joe Rogan, Solga? I had to use his legal name this time because he said something so outlandish like Joe Rogan. Solga Luna, you think I'd be...
I don't know. I feel like Bill Knightley would be good.
Bill Nighy? Really? Nighy or Knightley?
Is it Nighty? Nighty Night?
My wife thinks very
It's
highly...
Night. It's Night.
It's Nighy. My wife thinks very highly of me if she thinks I'd be narrated by Bill Nighy. It's really, really generous. Like, holy shit. That's a really nice one, love. I appreciate that one a lot. Who do I think my wife would be narrated by, though?
I don't know. I think Wayne June would be kind of cool to be narrated. Like, have a narration by.
My wife would be narrated by Stephen King.
No, Wayne June's way better.
She'd have Alex Jones. No, she wouldn't. I just remember she's taking a shower and you just hear Rogan yapping about aliens or cigars and vapes. That's about... I mean, have you ever thought about what's going on inside his head? And it's just like fucking a bunch of random bullshit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, to turn back on the food thing, sandwiches.
Sandwiches. I agree with my wife. Sandwiches encompass a lot of things like burgers and I mean, like, depending on your definition of sandwich, it can really incorporate a lot of things, too. If you're being, like, strict with it, it needs to be 2 slices of bread, and then stuff in between it that needs to be...
We're not gonna get into that.
I'm not saying...
We're not gonna get into what constitutes a sandwich, because it'll never end.
I'm not getting into what constitutes a sandwich. We've gone over that on stream before. I'm just saying...
You just did.
I'm just saying, like, depending on your definition of sandwich, it could be good or bad. And it's probably good even if it's even on the bad end. You know what I mean?
The food thing was just someone asked it just a second ago, and I wanted to address it.
Yeah, the question was if you could only eat one food forever, what would you eat? Hello, Hatch. How you doing? To be honest, if you had to pick one person to narrate your life, it would have to be the guy who decided to make the movie Spider-Man: No Way Home. Whoever that was, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We are lurker friendly, so I'm. Oh wait,
It was Catch.
Hatch, you weren't following me anymore. You were one of the ones that unfollowed me. You son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it for the refollow. I would normally go over my spiel about thanking you for following me. If you already did it, you were already following. I don't know what happened. I'm surprised you knew I was live if you unfollowed. Unless you're in my Discord. If you're in my Discord, you were wondering what happened to me. I stream every day, so it's strange. I had been wondering where you were at. How'd you like the new updates to Chrono Story with all those buffs? Fucking man, Ice Lightning Mage is crazy. You get the notification.
Is that Archer?
Archer?
Or Archie?
H.
The
John Benjamin? Let's look it up. H. John Benjamin. No, he's Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, so it's Archie.
Oh yeah, it is Archer. You're right. You said Archie. I didn't.
I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, Bowmaster cut a tornado. I haven't got to test the tornado yet. I didn't have my wallet with me today. I was gonna go on my other account, get a new pet for $2. Technically less than that. I think it's $1. And then test out Bowmaster, but I didn't have it with me in my office, so I didn't do that. You got called Catch? That's funny. If you could have any actor play you in a biographical film about your life, who would I choose? Love, you first. Who do you choose?
No, fuck that. That is so hard.
I know. But like, I want you to think about it as well. Who would you choose? Who would you think would get chosen, and then chosen? And who do you think would get chosen for me? And I'll think about you guys, you as well. You have to leave because it's 10 o'clock night, and yeah, have a nice night, baby doll. Thanks for coming. Okay, I'll be here. That is a hard one. Do you want your honest answer or your joke answer? I want you to preface joke answer, tell me the joke answer, and then I want your honest answer as well. Who do I want and who do I think will? You choose Danny DeVito. That's funny. That is funny. For me or for you, Krez? Danny DeVito's too short to play me, technically speaking. But it is a movie, so... I'd want Jim Carrey. But I'd probably get... what's his name?
What's who?
He's too tall for you. That's funny. Danny DeVito. God, what's his name? Oh, he was in. Okay.
Who are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of the name. Of an actor who I think would get chosen for me. I think he was in.
Oh my god, I could help you out if you can give me like a clue.
Got it. I think they'd get Jonah Hill for me. I don't like Jonah Hill, but I feel like that's who'd be chosen.
No way. Why do you think they'd choose that?
Because he's a comedy actor, and he's...
Yeah, but he plays specific roles. Like, I feel like you get Seth Rogen, or yeah, Seth Rogen over Jonah Hill.
God, you think Seth Rogen over Jonah Hill? They're basically...
I would fucking hope so.
You think so? Okay, you know, I'd hope so too. I'm not a big fan of either of them, but I mean, hey, I'd take what I can
know, but you're on that like you know
what
wavelength.
You're right. Seth Rogen and I laugh the same kind of sometimes. Kind of. I don't exaggerate it as much as he does, but it can happen sometimes.
I think Nick Frost would be good.
You know what? My wife is right. It would be Nick Frost for me. You're right, 100%. It would be Nick Frost, wouldn't it? Your joke answer is also Danny DeVito for you because it's funny. You know, you're right. Danny DeVito is always a good one. Very funny. The joke answer for my wife is, ironically, also Danny DeVito. No,
I would be proud if Danny DeVito portrayed me.
Yeah, right. Right, Danny DeVito would act circles around anyone else that's chosen.
He's a national treasure. Like, he's a world wonder.
He is. He's the 10th world wonder. My wife, as depicted by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That'd be really funny. That'd be really funny, actually. God, who would my wife be played by? Who do I think would be played by? If she's The Rock, then I'm Kevin Hart. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If she's The Rock, I'm Kevin Hart. You got that.
I feel like, I mean, I could say a million people that I'd want to play me, but I feel like they'd get the lady, I think her name's like Carrie, from that plays Trudy on Reno 911.
I don't know which character this is, but I know my answer for you, love. I know my answer for you. My real answer for you. In an ideal world, young Betty White.
That's weird.
I feel like she'd be able to capture you perfectly when she was young.
I feel like I would rather have the Trudy actor play me.
It's who comes to mind when I think of you. I think young Betty White would match your demeanor. I think her sense of humor is kind of your sense of humor in a way. At least when she was younger. She got raunchier as she got older.
Oh, you reminded me. Now I know who I want to play.
Who?
Oh my god. Saunders.
Who?
Jennifer Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders. Let's see. Oh, sweetie darling, sweetie, yeah. All right.
Then you mean Michael Fox?
Your real answer would probably be the guy from Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox.
Who's sick but stubborn?
He'd be Robert Downey Jr. for sure, bro. Yeah. It was funny. We had the question, who do we think would be the ideal Spider-Man, and my answer was also young Michael J. Fox. The perfect Spider-Man is Michael J. Fox.
He probably could have.
Yeah. He's basically the only actor that, in my mind, in his prime, would have been Spider-Man. You know what I mean? If they made a Spider-Man movie in the 80s, it would have been Michael J. Fox. You know what I mean? It would have been him. Too bad they were only interested in Batman back then. In terms of, like, superheroes.
You know who else would make a really good you?
Me? Sure. Well, who?
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. Let me double check. I know who you're talking about, but it's
How do you not know who that is off the top of your head? You failed me.
I know who it is off the top of my head. It's just I'm bad with names. Why him? You know, dumb question.
Because he's so funny.
Kraz kind of had a really good answer with Jack Black. My wife won't agree with that.
No, don't compare yourself to Jack Black, please.
I was about to say, it's exactly. My wife would hate that answer, Jack Black. But I feel like
it's almost as bad as saying Kermit.
No, I'm pretty sure Jack Black is a very good choice. Yeah. The problem is Jack Black could never be married to my wife because she hates Jack Black. That's the main problem. She doesn't hate Jack Black. She just doesn't prefer Jack Black. You could also done the funny thing about hiring Michael Jackson because
Michael J. Fox as MJ.
Why are you saying fuck you, Miss Merps, for not liking Jack Black? And it's fine. I understand that. I'm not really hard on Jack Black anymore. I feel like he plays basically the same thing in every movie now. He kind of
that's kind of my thing with him and some actors.
When he was younger, he tried to really a younger actor. He tried to really branch out and do other more piece movies where he was acting more. But now people only hire him to play the character piece that he always plays. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate because he actually can act. Like when he acts,
I don't hate him. Like, I don't like him.
If he acts like he did in his early career before he was being a cast actor as himself, and he actually played a character and tried to play me, he would do a great job. If he plays Jack Black as he always plays, then it would be a terrible choice. You know what I mean?
I finally saw Jumanji, the new one, like years after it came out, after my friend was bugging me, because it came on one of like our work TVs, and I actually like started watching a scene, and I was like, that's actually pretty funny. And he was like, I told you that movie's freaking hilarious, and I didn't watch it because Jack Black was in it, and also Kevin Hart. Not a huge fan of Kevin Hart either.
Or The Rock.
The Rock I can kind of tolerate, and some now I cannot. I definitely do not like The Rock. They're like the trifecta of playing the same character, you know? But in Jumanji, when I finally watched it, he was the only redeeming thing in that movie because he did so well playing a girl, like a young teenage girl. It was I laughed the whole time.
I told
whenever I saw him.
He's a great actor and he can actually do good stuff. And in that movie is a good example of one where he's actually playing a character and not Jack Black. You know what I mean? So when he's actually put into a role that isn't like act like yourself, he's a great actor, and that's what I like about him. I hate the fact that they're typecasting him all the time. It sucks. It turns him from, you know, a great actor into, you know, fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson, where he only plays Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know what I mean? The Goat Reverend's here. Hello, Flowery. And you'd obviously be Chris Hemsworth.
Then, I don't think I know you enough to really say that, but anytime I see Zen the Vigilante, all I think of is like Buddha in a Batman outfit.
I think of the guy from Kick-Ass who played Kick-Ass.
Krez, I associate you with Alan Rickman. So
Alan Rickman. 10 points from Gryffindor. Honestly, I agree with my wife only because I think that's awesome. I think he was the one from the Bullet Train movie. He was also in, I think,
who?
The guy who played Kick-Ass. Let's see.
I never saw that.
I haven't watched it since before I knew you.
Yeah, you tried to get me to watch it, and I had absolutely no interest in it.
That's fine. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was in Bullet Train, yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Are you talking about Peter Dinklage?
No, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Oh, unless someone
Bubbles.
Else. Yeah, that's Peter Dinklage. Yeah, you're right. I can also be that one comedian, be played by that one comedian who's really popular on SNL right now, who always says really fucked up shit. I don't know his name. Shane.
I don't watch this. No.
Shane Gillis.
You actually reminded me of a narrator that I want to change my answer to.
Oh.
That I would want it to be.
Peanut. Who would you want it to be, love?
Oh my god, I just blanked on the name. Ricky Gervais.
You'd want Ricky... You know what? I could see that. He has your dry sense of humor.
I love his humor. It's awesome.
Your husband as played by Ricky Gervais. I've never seen Ricky Gervais play a character with a non-British accent. He's also typecast. He basically only plays himself, but himself is pretty generic to the point where he could play in any role essentially, whether it be a comedy or a drama, just fine because he's not.
Yeah,
really
he plays
acting.
like a dick in every fucking movie.
He plays the straight man kind of asshole person. And usually learns a lesson by the end. Or not, depending. And it's always the same character, but like it works for him because it's not like a over-the-top character. It's subdued enough to where you can watch it at any time and be like, yeah, this
Well,
this
the character fits the movies that like the scripts, you know? Like
Absolutely.
It's not like you stuck him into like Jumanji or something.
He could be in Jumanji though. He'd be the straight man in the Jumanji for sure. You can see that one basketball player that was in the back room is playing. What I don't even mean. Super tall. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Bubbles.
He has nothing to do with the back rooms. He has no idea what you're talking about.
I know what the back rooms are. Captain Clark. Okay.
Time to do some Googling.
No idea. I'd have to look up probably a clip or something.
That's really weird. I do not see that at all.
No idea. Oh, good heavens. Oh, hey. You know, I think it tells me my latency. It says I have 3 seconds of latency, so that means I'm 3 seconds behind the chat. I think. Or the chat is 3 seconds behind what I'm saying. I don't know. Something like that. I just noticed this. You haven't seen it either. You just seen a bunch of clips that got recommended to you. I haven't seen any clips. He plays the hybrid in Alien Romulus. I haven't watched any of the Alien movies except for the first one. Sorry. I've only watched the first Alien movie. The only good one. I'm just kidding. I can't actually say that. I haven't seen them. I can't judge them without seeing them. Any other ones, love? Any other good questions? Because those ones were really good so far. You're really fucking cooking those up, love. I know a couple people have suggested other ones, but still.
If you could de-invent one thing, what would it be?
I think everyone's answer is generative AI, but yeah, generative AI. As long as de-inventing it also prevents it from being invented again for the next 100 years, generative AI.
What is generative AI? Like, what does that entail?
It's the current AI structure where you ask it something, it thinks about it, searches the internet, steals. It's what they're making data centers for. Generative AI.
I thought that was an LLM.
No, an LLM is a company is taking over stuff.
No, it means like language learning model.
Oh,
like
you're
it
right.
just
Something
that's
like that.
all it is.
Sorry, LLM. I was thinking of something else. It's just trained on a large amount of text, essentially. That's what an LLM is. Palmer shrinks when he yawns. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, basically if I cover my face or not, and then sometimes it doesn't do that.
I do like Kraz's question better, though.
What was Kraz's question? Did I miss it?
I missed it, too.
Which song would you like to be part of be my theme song, and which would it actually be? Okay. Kraz, my wife's question was if you could demake one technology. It doesn't have to be technology, I guess, but something. What would
if you can just de-invent one thing, what would it be?
De-invent one thing.
But I like Kraz's question better.
And obviously, mine and Zen's answers was generative AI.
Well, that's no fun.
I mean,
yes.
Yes. Religion or Gen AI? Religion is crazy, but sure. Just in general, where would the world be? Although if it just stopped existing today, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing.
Oh, how about flock cameras?
I'd live with flock cameras. I'd rather get rid of Gen AI. It helps with the environment. But flock cameras is a good one. Back in Black is probably a good choice for your theme song.
I associate that with Megamind, though.
Right? Megamind 100%. I think I know what song it would be. It's not the song that I would want, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Here you go, guys. Here's the song.
What song?
You can listen to the stream for a second. I'll be quiet for a moment so you can hear it.
Okay, yeah, that is your theme song. That's true, Zen. And also, I don't really agree with that, Bubbles, but...
Yeah, I've known for a long time that this is essentially my theme song. It's Insanity Island from Crash Twinsanity.
Why Olivia Rodrigo specifically?
What about you, Love? What would you do? Or what would you want? Versus what would you think would be picked?
Oh, I have no idea. I just like hearing other people's answers.
I think your theme song would be one of the instrumentals by Moken Heap. I'm not sure which one.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the de-invent thing. Oh no, I can come up with something from that.
Yeah. Can I de-invent the...
I see.
Can I de-invent the Electoral College? Does it have to be like a technology?
It's just everything has to be invented at some point. You're the one that was stuck on technology.
Right.
I mean, even Kraz said religion at some point.
That's a good point. That was pretty early on, I realized, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of right now is Amazon.
Amazon. Oh, that would crash a lot of things. But I kind of agree. De-invent the concept of billionaires?
That you can't. No, that's too. No.
Let's de-invent either the Electoral College or
How about de-invent COVID?
I mean, some people think it was invented, to be fair, so that could be a really, really valid answer. The theme you want is kind of goofy. It's the beta version of Oasis Valley from Undertale Yellow. Oh, that one. I remember that one. That one was good. Yeah. Obviously, the one that I chose is the one that I think would be picked for me. I don't really... it's hard for me to think of something that I'd want, though. It's easier for me to think of that question as something that I would have versus something I'd want. If anything, something if something I would want, it'd be some kind of white noise, not specifically a song per se. Like being associated with like rain sounds or bird song or something. But not specifically a song.
I agree. That's a really good like point to like just blanket that.
Yeah, that's a good one, Zen. You're 100% right. Hello, Titan. Welcome in.
Bubbles, you know, I don't know there just because, like, I know it used to be like that a while ago, but I don't think it's something anymore that everyone wants to be the same. Like, I feel like, is it, Merp? Like, is that something that everyone wants to be the same still?
What do you mean?
Because I thought it was, like, a huge thing. What do you mean? What do I mean?
Everything to be... explain what you're talking about. Which comment?
No, you just need to read the chat is your problem.
I'm reading the chat now. Are you talking about Bubbles' comment?
Yes.
Okay. And what was your comment on that, love?
Okay, let's backtrack a bit because you.
Well, I read a bunch of them once, so
I don't remember growing up where everyone wanted to be the same. And granted, I'm a millennial, but everyone I knew wanted to be unique.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure, like, these pockets of things like where everyone wants to be the same, because I do know people talk about it a lot, but I don't actually see people wanting to do that. Like, the main thing is people wanting to, like, the trends that you're talking about is from marketing, right? It's not something that's actually practiced usually.
It seems to me that most people want to break out from being the same because being the same means you're stuck in a rut.
And it's okay to be the same. Like, I'll never forget in high school. This actually completely reminds me of that. I was riding the school bus to high school, and this girl that was sitting in front of me, she dressed in the most, I'm not going to say ridiculous, but most outlandish stuff. Just one of those types of girls. And I'll never forget overhearing her say that she had gotten like this wrap that was on her shoulders from thrift store. And she's like, yeah, I don't like shopping at blah, 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 blah. Like, I only wear stuff that nobody else is wearing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, but if someone else is wearing something that you like and want to wear, you won't wear it just because someone else is wearing. So that also, like, is very, you gotta watch that as well. Yeah.
Also, Kraz, to your answer earlier about the generic Mexican song would be your anthem. No. I got it for you. It's Suavemente. Obviously, right?
Bubbles. Yeah, like she was. very colorful and all that. She dresses kind of how I dress now. But I don't do it to be different. It's just because I like to dress like that, right? Like, I don't do it on purpose, like, as a statement, like she was doing, you know? So it was just kind of crazy to me that you would go out of your way to not do things that you like just because other people are doing. You know what I mean?
There's like a happy medium. Like, I'd like to dress more unique, but I also like to be comfortable with what I'm wearing. Like, just like comfortable in general, you know? I go out of my way to be more comfortable than actually looking good, per se. It's not like I'm wearing stuff that makes me look bad, but I'm not wearing stuff that's, like, specifically looks good. If I wanted to look really good all the time, what do you think I should wear, love? If I was to look really good all the time, what would I be wearing?
Oh, if you could, you would dress like a hipster every day of the week.
Mm-hmm. Turtleneck, fucking slacks, maybe
suspenders.
Like, oh, suspenders, just like my V2 model, right? Suspenders, but like
kinda.
But the problem is, if I wore suspenders, I'd look like a hick. That's the thing. My body type.
You would look like Amish, which is very prevalent around here.
Yeah, I'd look like a farmer if I wore suspenders around here. But like, that's also because of my body type. My body type doesn't throw out the word hipster when I wear suspenders. Instead, it would throw out that's a farmer. You know what I mean? My V2 model throws out hipster. My real body throws out farmer, or Amish, or fat guy.
Yeah, Bubbles. I'm not obviously much of someone that sees much of what high school is about anymore, or elementary or middle, because I don't have kids or know anyone with kids, really. And so it's a shame. It is, because it's nice. That whole time in your life is to be exploring things to find out who you are. And especially nowadays, I think they're probably more vulnerable to trends and stuff like that because of social media, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And they bond over that, right? Like, it's just what you do. And I don't know. It sucks that it's like that. If it is, it's what you're saying.
Absolutely. And you'd wear your super suit all the time, huh, Zen? That's lovely. That's really funny. My wife likes dressing like very hippie-ish. If my wife already wears,
I like to dress comfortable.
She likes dressing comfortable, but she also likes
to hippie.
My wife likes dressing comfortable, but she also likes this look of certain things, and it ends up being hippie because hippie gear is what she likes the look of, but is also comfortable. It needs to be both. If she's around the house, she'll like wear one of my t-shirts because it's really big and comfy. But like otherwise, when we're going out, she's either gonna wear something over it, or she's gonna wear something else that's also comfortable but also looks good because she does that.
Yeah, you won't catch me out of the house without sleeves on.
No, that too. She doesn't like. I mean, you've been more good with going out of the house without sleeves lately. A lot of the time, you just wear one of my t-shirts and like the sleeveless like like jackety thing you have, the orange one.
It's still sleeves because it's your shirt too.
Yeah, but it
goes down below my elbows.
Barely. It goes down to your elbows, which you would never do that before. Like you had to.
No, I've always done that. What are you talking about? I just don't like wearing short sleeve or tank top, like short sleeves or tank top.
You want to wear a skirt, Kraz? Do it, man. Your high school was only either a country hillbilly or a wannabe hoodlum. Same music taste though throughout. You got bullied for being into metal. Like what? I feel like.
Well, that isn't about like everyone's gonna have like their cliques. Like everyone's. No one person on this planet is ever gonna be the only person into something, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't exist if that was the case. That thing would not exist.
Mm-hmm.
So. The problem, you're associating the wrong thing there. You're associating those guys being assholes with them enjoying the same thing, which is totally fair. Like, as in high school, that something would happen.
But they got bullied for being into metal, though.
Yeah, but that's because they're assholes.
Yeah. It's also easy to pick on the odd man out.
Yeah, like exactly. It's that social thing that goes on.
Different!
Scream!
Exactly. You know,
and it's gonna be like that with any, like, I mean, you know, I grew up in Vegas for the most part, and the opposite would have been the case, you know, and that's not necessarily because it's a trend.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, by the way, Kraz. I love Converse All-Stars specifically. That's my favorite shape of shoe. I wear 11s. But they changed them a few years ago, so they're like different. I'm not sure how different, but like a little different. I'll have to get a new pair at some point. Right now, I'm wearing a pair of shoes that I got from Vessi. Vessi changed how their shoes are since the last time I bought a pair, which was 6 years ago, and they're lower quality and tighter somehow, despite being the same size, and they have like a hole in the bottom of the heel specifically, which we know is there to save on materials and save on costs, but they use it, and they say it's for the Vessi logo, but it causes your shoe to kind of suction cup to the ground. Sometimes I wear shoes in the house, but generally no. If I'm working, I'm wearing shoes in the house. If I'm not working, I'm not wearing shoes.
I do not walk around barefoot in my house.
My wife never walks around barefoot, but she's usually wearing slippers is the thing. Usually wearing slippers. I usually I'm either barefoot, socks, or shoes, depending on the situation. Socks if I'm streaming, though right now I'm not wearing socks because I was too lazy to put them on. Shoes if I'm working, and then none if I'm not working. You always got the dogs out in the house? I understand that. Me too, I have the dogs out right now. Because I didn't feel like putting socks on when going up the stream. But usually I will have socks on just because it's more comfortable when streaming.
I cannot wear socks in this house. Maybe in other houses I could have.
Why? The stairs?
I almost died.
Yeah, the stairs are slippery and
our hardwood floors are fucking dangerous.
Yeah. Why now I'm specifically conscious of it so I don't step down poorly when going down the stairs with socks on. But generally,
Bubbles, what the fuck?
How would they know you're gay if you don't have socks on? Do you paint your nails? Yeah, there's a lot of straight men that paint their nails, but I mean, like, or women that usually men that paint their nails. But like, I don't think anyone would judge you. Unless you're in a
I don't think
very,
anyone cares if you're gay.
unless you're like in a really red state in a really conservative neighborhood, which would be running joke where you're gay without socks. What? I've never heard that one.
That's a new one on me. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah. Is it because of people who like feet? Is this a foot fetish thing?
But the thing is, you phrased it. Say, I always have socks on because I don't want neighbors knowing that I'm gay. You didn't say, I always have socks on because I don't want the neighbors thinking that I'm gay.
Uh-huh. I figured there was a meaning behind that, but the saying of knowing made it seem like it wasn't like an inside joke somewhere and more like a matter of fact statement.
Who's too old for what now?
Don't call me old. I was only born in the 1900s.
Shut up.
I'm old. I'm old.
Yeah, my theme song would probably be a instrumental by Imogen Heap.
As I said, they said the same thing, 100%.
I mean, I'd love it to be a Florence and the Machine song, but it's a little too on the nose, I think.
You're too old. Yeah. I was born in 19, insert dinosaur emoji. You're correct. Yeah. To be fair, almost every streamer you see that's a VTuber is probably in their 30s. For the most part. Because
they're the only ones desperate enough to be doing this.
Well, one, they're the only ones desperate enough to be doing this. Either that, or they started early enough to where now they're making enough money to where it makes them a living, if not more than a living. Or they're the only ones that have enough money right now to afford to become one, but also have the will to do it. Because you only start really having enough money to become a VTuber in your 30s. Unless you're, like, determined to do it earlier, like Kara is. You're turning 20 this year? Hell yeah. Forever young. I'm gonna be forever young.
You can't even drink yet.
Do you want to live forever? Forever.
I mean, legally.
They're drunk right now. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. You have any other ones, love? Any other good ones? Trauma with alcohol? Yeah, I don't like alcohol either. 19 in October, Zen? Yeah. You got here at the right time to be here without getting banned. To be fair, I don't ban 17-year-olds, but
God, that's so crazy.
Everyone here in our chat right now, love, is under 25. Look at the babies. Look at the babies. So many babies. Two days after Christmas? Oh. Oh. Doesn't that mean a Valentine's Day, baby?
Yes.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, baby. You've
a better world.
Ideal outfit you would have in a better world. You got enough experience to be in your 30s? I mean, yeah, but still look at the baby. Let's hear it, Kraz. I know mine. Cold weather, turtleneck, sweater, you know, my hair perfectly done, a pair of round glasses, like for seeing, Converse All-Stars maybe, and then a pair of jeans that are too long and rolled up at the cuffs, because I like that.
I think you should wear that, Kraz, anyway. Like, you should just wear that.
Yep. Make sure your legs are very unshaved too. They have to be as hairy as possible. It makes a statement. And round glasses, even though you don't need them. You also like the round glasses? My wife thinks that style is a little weird. Is it because it kind of looks like Elton John?
Some people can pull it off. I didn't say that I didn't like it.
It looks good on me, I think. Specifically, I don't think it looks bad. Elton John is cool, it's
why
like,
fuck me? I was being fully supportive.
She was, because I think they look good on me. Some people, they don't look good on them. You know, they look good on me though.
The reason why they don't look good on you is because they're too damn small for your face.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about small ones. I'm talking about like bigger ones. The ones I have in the car, for example, are the perfect size. One.
Yeah, but you never wear them.
That's because I only wear them when driving. And only at night, usually, because I don't really need them otherwise. Sometimes when I wake up and I've slept wrong, I'll need them more, and I gotta wear those glasses. Thank you so much for supporting me, but I still like shitting on you. We know, Kraz, we know. It's like, we're about to hit an ad, I think, by the way. About to. Any moment now, I'm sure. 5 seconds, actually.
Like, I was agreeing with you. Fuck you. Don't you ever do that again.
There's the ad.
So anyway.
It's just me and you now. The ad's up now, I think. There it is. Domino's. Domino's ad.
You're watching a Domino's ad?
I am. What's the next ad?
A
Audible?
beret.
Audible ad.
Krez wants a beret.
You want a beret?
I
don't
could
like
crochet him a beret.
right. I don't like wearing hats anymore. I used to like hats, but I don't like wearing hats anymore. They too warm. And I have good hair, so I don't need hats. This is my VTube model, man. So long as I have
I hated those beanies. I hated them so much.
when I wore beanies.
Yeah.
I don't wear beanies all
You
that
look like 15.
when I was wearing a beanie. The only time I wear beanies now is when it's cold enough outside to where I need one. You know?
Yeah, but you wear it with that super cute fucking thick like trench jacket.
I end up looking like a sailor about
And then
to be shipped
your
off.
glasses. You just need the pipe. You just need a fucking pipe.
Yeah, I look like I'm about to go to war as a naval officer or something.
No, your body. Yeah, you need the. Oh my gosh, you're like the first mate.
Yeah. I look like I'm about to go hunt the white whale.
Call me Ishmael.
I was about to say. Especially with black pants.
That jacket is so fucking cute on you, and I hate it. That you're like, it's not cold enough. Oh, what is negative 20 degrees? Like, how fucking cold do you want it to be?
Love. I wore it whenever it was cold enough, and that was all of like 3 days left in the winter because we had bought it by like the tail end of winter when it was on sale because it was the tail end of winter. And then I wore it like 3 times because it was cold enough for it 3 more times, and then it wasn't cold enough again for the rest of the year, so I can't wear it again until it's winter again. Because it's way too hot. There's no removable insert.
Hold on, because I gotta see.
Oh. Gesundheit, love. Gesundheit.
Sorry. I've been
you'd
waiting
rock
for that
that
sneeze
shit?
for like an hour.
Oh, yeah. You would rock that shit. You've been waiting for that sneeze this whole stream. Ow. That's really funny. I'm glad that we have a consistent 5 people in the chat this whole time, but... A couple of lurkers I've never seen before, which is cool. Always love to see them. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh,
I just sneezed like 4 times in a row. Holy shit.
oh my god. Jesus. Good fucking tight. You got any more good ones, love? You have any good ones? I'm jiving for another.
Yeah, I
good
can
one.
imagine Kraz wearing that.
I can too. And then there's me dressed up as a sailor. If it's cold enough on Halloween, I might dress like a sailor for Halloween. You know?
You could.
I could. I have the fit. But it'd have to be cold enough. If it's not cold enough, it'd be too hot.
Oh, you would hate life.
Uh-huh. It'll be too hot. I'd hate life after like 5 minutes.
I don't know what I should be for Halloween. I always like thinking about it around now, just in case I can like put something together. But
always good to look at thrift stores.
I like to be comfortable.
I know. You can always dress up
And we
hippy
get so many trick-or-treaters. Oh my god.
Just dress up hippy dippy like you do with that really nice frilly like quilt skirt that you have. That's like a mix matched quilt as a skirt, and then like, you know.
I remember that year when
Hello, Zelda.
we were at Birdie,
Mm-hmm.
and we freaking made the whole inside like hallway into like a gypsy caravan.
We did.
Oh my god, it
entranceway.
was so fucking cool looking.
It was cool looking.
We'll never have a better Halloween than that, other than the party that we had after it. But
You love those skirts, Kraz? My wife has a really big fluffy one. It's awesome. She doesn't wear it all that often, but when she does, it's awesome.
I have a couple. I have another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not as good.
It's not as big and floofy, but it's still cool. She doesn't really wear skirts that much.
I just don't. I mean, I used to. I I forget they exist, to be honest. I just do. I wear a lot of the same stuff. Like, I'm like an NPC in that way. You know, like if I go out in public, the odds are you're seeing me in the same shit you saw me in last time.
I mean, it's great for when you get famous.
But like I wear my work uniform, I wear my lounge clothes, and the one outfit I wear out. On rare occasion will I wear something nice.
My wife looks awesome when she dresses nice.
Hello, Zelda and Box.
Yeah, hello, Box. I also wear similar outfits. My wife, sometimes gets upset at me that I wear stuff that's not nice. Not
I
because,
don't.
No, I mean, like
not any more than you get upset at me. Like, you know, it's not getting upset. It's just like I wish you would wear something else, but then turn around and walk away and not care.
Hey, if you told me that before going out, I would change into something nicer, you know. I
stopped. I had 10 years of telling you that I wish you would wear something other than a fucking t-shirt.
Dude, I have that awesome flamingo shirt. If you say I wish you'd dress nicer, I would go.
I would wish you would wear that flamingo shirt out in public more often.
Just tell me that if I'm dressing like I want you to dress a little nicer, I will literally turn around and put the flamingo shirt on, or my dad's shirt that looks like a shirt my dad owns. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
One of those two button ups.
I like that one.
They're both. My dad has a particular style of shirts. It's like a blue button up, but like has like these white patterns all over it, like thin white line patterns all over it, like in like swirls and things. And he wore shit like that for like my entire childhood growing up until my 20s, and they stopped wearing it altogether. He hasn't worn one since. And now I have one just like it. And I got it specifically.
To it.
What's that?
Nothing.
I got it specifically because my dad was going to come over to help us deal with the kitchen, and we went to pick him up from the airport. I was wearing it because it was really funny. He didn't notice.
No, he doesn't care.
He didn't notice. Your typical fit is some black Converse sneakers, some jeans, t-shirt, and a black sweater. That's good. My typical fit is what I'm wearing right now.
Is asking for sustenance.
Can you have a ginger ale? Sure. Here you go.
A Bloody Mary.
Here you go. Here's that Long Island iced tea you asked for. Yeah, there you go.
That is not what they asked for.
They asked for a Bloody Mary and a ginger ale. When you combine those in the alchemy maker, you get a for some reason a Long Island iced tea. I don't know why.
That sounds like some AI bullshit.
Well, I don't know why it does that. It's just how alchemy works. Give you a piss, bartender. Here's a Coors Light. There you go. Anyway, my normal fit is I'm dressed like Steve from Minecraft.
Unfortunately.
To be fair, so is my V2 model. I'm dressed like my V2 model right now. I have dark blue shorts and a light blue t-shirt on. But the grippers are out. You want a Baghdad battery? Interesting. I hadn't heard that one. So you have any more good hypotheticals, love? Anyone in chat or my love have a good hypothetical right now? Does anyone want to be pathetic right now? You'll send the recipe over? I would like to see it just because it sounds interesting. I don't drink, but I'll take a look at it. Give you a devil's diarrhea, bartender. Here's some Taco Bell. There you go. It has extra shredded lettuce.
Wow, that doesn't sound terrible until you think about stuff.
If you had to choose one part about yourself to change, what would you pick?
Oh, we're like hitting there, are we?
Yep. Origami. Hello, Awakened. Welcome in. One part about myself to change. You'd be less anxious. Okay. I feel like for me it would just be a weight thing. If I could do that with no effort whatsoever, that'd be great. It's very, very slow effort for me going. I probably maintained for the last month, but like generally speaking, I'm losing very, very, very slowly. If I could just be like, cool, done, that'd be great. That'd be excellent. You know what I mean? And at the same time, give me that high metabolism. That's what I need right there. Give me that too. Throw that in as a bonus. Throw that in as a bonus. Nutella, okay. What about you, love? That's a good one too, Kraz. But I was here my wife would want to change. I think your mic might have died. I can't hear you at the moment.
No.
No? If you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change?
Well, I mean, everyone's saying physical stuff.
Well, mine isn't like I'm not uncomfortable. I just would like to stop having to try as hard to lose weight.
I'm just saying that, like, I was not initially thinking of physical things.
No. I mean, someone said their anxiety, which isn't a
That's
physical thing.
That's true, Kraz.
Become a girl, Derpy? Oh, I see. Okay, nice. But what would you pick, love, even if it's not physical specifically?
I don't know, like, physical, like, I'd like to have kids, you know?
Just have a better likelihood, I understand.
But, like, more inner, I guess. No, that's it. Honestly, I don't know. I like myself, so.
I know what I would pick. I would make you a little bit less stressed. I'd like minus your stress by like 30% in general. It's just across the board. You know?
Wait, what?
I'd get rid of like 30% of your stress across the board. That's what I'd want.
Okay, yeah, I mean I do stress out, but
make you just a less stressful
I don't
person
feel
in general.
like, I mean, I guess that is something that I don't mind getting rid of, is some stress. But I feel like I manage it a lot better than I used to.
And for me, something more mental. I'd like to be a little less lazy. I'd like to be a little bit less effort to have to do anything. You know, so just like I go do the thing. And then I'm like, oh, I did the thing, you know. Instead of being like, man, I have to go do this thing, and then I have to work myself to do the thing.
Procrastination.
That's why lazy or procrastination. I mean, procrastination is one thing, but it's laziness is mostly what it is.
Derpy, you want to be a girl?
I believe in you. You think some long black hair would be nice too? That'd go well with your ideal outfit? Hell yeah. Procrastination.
Procrastination.
Okay, now Kraz asks if your life had a title, what would it be? Baghdad battery is 1 ounce apricot liqueur, half an ounce of simple syrup, half an ounce of lemon juice, a quarter of an ounce of amaretto, 2 ounces of peach schnapps, 4 ounces of ginger ale, chilled, a half ounce of dark rum as a float, and a lemon twist. Interesting. Sounds toxic.
What are you talking about? It sounds like something I would make.
You'd like it because it'd be very tart, I think.
Well, it has apricot liquor.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd like the peach schnapps though.
That's probably there for sweetness because it's already a very, very sour sounding drink. You might like that because you do like sour stuff.
It looks like it would look like battery acid.
Yeah.
Or antifreeze.
That's what the title of my life would be. Battery acid.
Uh-huh.
What would be the title of your life, love? What would be the title of your autobiography or your biography written by someone else? Queen Deltrunia. For the battery acid. Yeah, if you had a biography of your life, what would it be? What would be titled?
I don't know. She tried.
I think I know what the title of your biography would be, but this would just be to make it sellable. So like if you were picking an interesting title that would get people to look at your book and maybe sell it, you know, as like an autobiography type thing, I think your title would be Crescent City.
Oh, I got a little bit of like trauma you saying that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of trauma comes from time when you were in Crescent City, so I feel like entitling it that as the thing would see, even credits like ooh, because that particular
see, I was
title,
thinking the curse. Like after you started saying that, I was thinking like, oh, the curse. It could be a good one.
I think Crescent City. I think Crescent City is more of a hook that would get people to look at the book. You know what I mean? It's like titling it Paper Towns or like it's an interesting title. You know what I mean? Something that makes you intrigued. I feel like that would be the title of your book, Crescent City. Yours is Gay and Scaly. That's funny. I don't know what yours would be, Zen. I don't know you enough. I know that you're an 18-year-old dude with a lot of talents, but also a couple health problems. Vigilance.
Vigilance. The vigilance.
A vigilante. What would mine be, love? I honestly can't think of what my autobiography or what my biography would be called. My book would be called.
Fucking it would. The book would just say Merp on it.
It would just say Merp, wouldn't it? The Diary of Merp Merpins. Vigilance, it could work. Yep. Issue number 18. Diary of a Dingus Man, yeah. I'm trying to think of
That's a good one too, though, honestly.
It is a good one. I'm trying to think of something similar to my wife's title. The title I thought of for my wife's book. Something that would be interesting enough as a tagline for someone to pick up the book. The problem is, my life isn't interesting. I had a very normal, normal, lower middle class, but not poor life growing up. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a very, like, standard, like, not super interesting life, per se. My wife had a very interesting life. Honestly, like she could tell you stories for hours about her life. For me, my life is very simple. Not that much to tell. Each issue be one year of life. That'd be fun. Yeah, right. Can you tell you that?
Yeah, Marshy is not speaking coherent.
As a child.
Get the hell off her, man. Oh, I had to read it like 4 times then to understand what the fuck you were saying. That's really funny. Yeah, is then actually like I don't know if this is still a thing, but there was this like thing going on YouTube a long time ago where people would take like whiteboards and stuff and do like minutes or like a certain amount of their
AMAs.
life, and it would be on a whiteboard.
Yeah, the whiteboard
No.
thingy. Yeah, that not AMA, but yeah, that those were fun.
It's like animated, like it's like a stop motion basically with like drawing or something.
Those were cool.
Yeah, and I tried to do one of those a long time ago, and they're hard. But I also was like, man, you know, no one wants to hear my life story. No one wants to. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me, you know? Like, there's a lot of things like that that go on.
I feel like if my wife wrote a book about the first 20 or so, 20 to 25 years of her life, it would be a bestseller, especially if she named it Crescent City. Like, it would be a New York Times bestseller, and she'd be able to retire right now. Like, no kidding. I'm not exaggerating when I say her life is actually very interesting. And
my mom brings up that so much to me, and she gets mad at me every time. I'm
not mad at you. Writing a book is a giant challenge.
No, my mom gets mad at me.
No, I know your mom gets mad at you. I'm saying, like, from my perspective, I understand why I should get mad at you, but writing a book is a really big challenge, and I don't blame you not doing it. But if you did do it, you would make enough money to retire, probably just on that one book, with a good title. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking Crescent City is the title. You know?
Titles sell, I guess. It's all that matters, right?
A title plus it's a title gets the eyes. The book itself needs to be well written. I feel like a book, if you could condense your life of first 20 or 18 years, somewhere in there, right, down into a book of what let me look up the length of this one. Let's see.
Zen, I mean, you're only 20, right? Or no, 18. You're the one that's turning 19 in October.
If you could condense it down to about a 300-page standard size book, right? About 300 pages, and you had a good title, like it'd be a bestseller easily. Like it would easily be a New York Times bestseller, and you'd be able to retire. I'm talking millions. Book writers don't make that much money, but one New York Times bestseller will be enough to retire on, essentially. In fact, let me look that
up. So anyway, Zen, so you're like, what, 20, right? So, a lot of the things that happen in your life, the first 18 years especially, seem very important and seem like they matter, but give it like 5 more years, they're not going to matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's one of the things when I was your age that, like I was telling Merp about, my mom would hound me about writing about stuff. You know, everyone's like, oh, I should write a book about my life, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I didn't really take it too serious, right? When all, like, the major stuff was fresh and all that. And as I got older, I'm just like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't. You know, you can't hold on to a lot of the shit that happened to you. You learn from it and move on. And writing a book would immortalize a lot of the things and bring things to a forefront and prominent in my life that just I do not want to do, you know?
You're saying the big stuff, healthy problems, your origin story, and the first few patrols, just the big stuff? I understand.
So you're saying patrols, I have no idea what that means.
I'm not sure what he means by that either, per se. But for you, Love, I know.
I'm assuming you're in the army?
No.
Or some kind of military?
I don't think that's the case. Is it? Love, I think for you, like, mainly, wouldn't that just bring up a lot of trauma that you don't really want to go through?
Oh, that makes
the
sense.
superhero thing. You're right.
Wink,
right,
wink,
Kraz.
nudge, nudge. I don't know.
He does that superhero thing I told you about earlier. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah. Look, I forget. Okay, I forget.
Well, it's not that. It's just I don't associate that kind of work with the word patrol.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't realize I was not here when they were before. This was not explained to me, so that makes much more sense.
I get you, Zen. But for the love of my life, I say again, writing a book for you would that bring a lot of trauma? Is that one of the reasons why you wouldn't want to do it, or is it just because you don't want to immortalize it? Because I feel like possibly immortalizing it in general could help as a warning to people, essentially, or help people go through such a situation.
No, fuck that. People can go through life themselves. They don't need other people. Well, that's terrible to say. I'm saying that because really I don't want to talk about it.
No, I understand. But like, that is really helpful to say. No, you know, it's helping people not have to live, go
through things alone, like, you know, Diary of Anne Frank and stuff like that.
Well, it's kind of that, yeah. The cautionary tale, Miss Worms. Yeah, exactly. If you don't read history, you're doomed to repeat it. So yeah, like, you know, I feel like that would be helpful for a lot of people. But if you don't feel comfortable doing it, I would never push you to do it. I would encourage you to do it if you ever had a real interest in it. Just because I feel like it would help you and it would help other people. But again, if you don't want to do it, it's fine.
That's a crazy blanket statement, Zen. And I don't believe that per se.
I also think that is a strong blanketing statement. I think if you can prevent suffering and you're willing to do so without personal harm, great. If it comes with personal harm, I think that's really a person-to-person thing. Hello, I Heart Halloween. I agree with that. I agree with that. Me too. But for me, I have no interesting life stories to talk about, really. I could talk about college, but not really.
No, just about when you met me. That's the only thing.
You're right. You're actually you're right. The meeting of my wife is an interesting part of life, actually. It would be a really interesting, cute rom-com type story. I think. But I don't know if it's enough to fill out a 300-page book.
It's not.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's a novella.
Yeah, it'd be a novella or a short story.
But it does depend, Kraz, if you have the will to do so. Just like with anything in life. Like, you could dedicate it, like a blanket statement like that, right? I know it's not probably intended like that. Being on the computer right now is not something you should be doing. You should be out there walking the streets and bringing homeless people in from under bridges because you have the capability to prevent that suffering. There is so much that we can get into with something like that. You could be cooking meals to give to the homeless, right? You know, because that could end a lot of suffering. There is so many, like, it's such a huge blanket statement.
It's a kind of irresponsible blanket statement, but it really falls on personal responsibility.
Like, I understand, Zen, like, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But it's also a pointed thing that you can kind of weaponize. So you got to be careful when you say stuff like that.
And companies do it all the time. I
don't want to feel bad that I'm enjoying my life. You know?
That's where companies come in.
I do have the consciousness, like, I have the awareness that there is suffering going on. And I do know that some of it I can ease, and that there are things like my fucking cat is out my door scratching because it is desperately wanting me, but it is suffering out there, and I can totally open my door, and I am not gonna do that.
Yep.
Just to be funny about it.
Also, hello Zydro and Hollow. I will try to remember to call you Hollow. It's a serious.
It's a little bit.
Not like we're trying to be hard asses or anything. To go on what my wife was saying though, it's like companies do that all the time. Like look at how oil companies lobby people to recycle because it's your personal responsibility to save the environment. Did you know you want to know what happens if you were to perfectly recycle everything that can be recycled and you were to do that perfectly every day forever? Personally, until the end of your life, you would basically save the world 1.5 days of pollution. Do you want to know how and that's your entire life? You know how much it would save the world pollution wise if a company like Amazon did that? Years of pollution, and that's doing it for a day. So it's the oil companies that lobby to do that. The whole recycling thing is that, and it is good.
I mean, I know about this. You've told me stuff, and we looked at it, but I know that's not kind of what they were getting at. Zen was getting at, and I know what they're trying to say. You should ease suffering. I mean, I could write a book about a cautionary tale about the things that have happened in my life and how to respond to them and all that stuff. But that is also making me suffer because I don't want to fucking do that.
You don't want to go back through it. And then it'd be something you'd have to go talk about a lot too if it became popular.
And just to be light about it. But the thing is that like I have people close to me that are going through some of the similar things that I do agree that I should help ease suffering and not just be quiet about it and help them through it.
Which is good. It's always good to have personal responsibility and do stuff like that. And if it makes you feel good to do so, good. If it helps people, great.
Yeah, so that's like another thing that Merps was saying, right? Like just now about doing that. And that is your own prerogative to do. And it's good to do that. Like, it's good to be active, and that's good exercise. That's good emotional, like cleansing. It's really good for you.
Hello, Timmy. How you doing? Sorry for interrupting you for a moment. I was saying hi. Hello, Heaven. Timmy's here. He's another VTuber. No, PNG tuber.
I mean, are you 20? Like, do you have your like own house and stuff? I remember the zombie conversations now. You were the one that I had the conversations with.
Pardon me.
Isn't there another person with a Z username?
This has become less funny than you thought it would be. It's becoming too existential for you, Kraz.
Merp, no.
What did you say, Love?
Maybe
Sorry.
it was Zydro. Yeah, maybe it was Zydro.
It was Zydro. You're just bored? I mean, it's a deeper conversation, Kraz. We'll get off this topic soon and onto something else that's more interesting for you, like another hypothetical. But yeah. What's up?
Kraz, why do you find this stuff boring? Like,
it's fun.
Is it because you're too fucking young to contribute?
I'm sure he can contribute if he wanted to. Timmy's, how you doing today? How's it going? Talking about companies and shit. I mean, kind of. That was kind of a minor part of the conversation. There you go. Well, that's great, Zen. Absolutely. The only good that I do in my life, really, per se, other than being a good husband and whatnot is I'm helpful for a couple people on the internet, kind of, I guess. A good friend, maybe?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I can get, like, I don't even know what to say to the response to that. Like, because when we're talking about other things, like, I'm about to fall asleep, and I don't have to be here, like I said.
Love, I want you to be here, and we've been having really great conversations for the last hour and a half. That wouldn't have happened without you. Do you have another hypothetical?
Zen. No, I'm talking to Zen. He's talking to me.
Do it.
I just want, like, so we end to a conclusion here. I mean, whether it's a conclusion or not. That Zen, like, I don't believe that. Like, the pressure to do good, you know, like what they say, goody goodies are the thieves of virtue. They do good because they feel like they need to do good, and they don't just let life happen.
Where did this topic start again, Love?
I don't fucking know. Who cares?
I was only asking because Timmy's asked. I forget.
Oh. Krez started it. Yeah, it was Live Your Life on a title.
Right, and then I mentioned my wife's title would be Crescent City because her life would be
I didn't ruin it. I didn't ruin it. It was a collaboration between Zen and I.
Yeah.
All right, I am not taking all of the blame.
No, it's not you the blame. That Kraz, you're the one who brought it up. You're the one that caused this conversation to go in this direction. Fuck you. It's your fault. It's your fault. 100%.
Because you have to remember that in the name of good, so many awful things happen, and
that's cool. Zachary.
Complete and utter, burning down of the thing.
When I said
like burning down entire civilizations in the name of good, and doing good and what they believe to be good. That's the kind of thing that makes you want to lock your door when someone starts talking about that. Like, it's very, very difficult to truly live by that lifestyle and not have some side effects that are not something that you intended. Because what you believe is good could be damaging.
Maybe. Depends on the situation. If it's just cleaning up litter.
So your personal responsibility is different than what someone else's is, right?
Same, Timmy's, yeah.
So you're taking what you believe to be good and what you believe your responsibility is.
Zelda, you would title your life a stack of pancakes because your entire life was rigorous study. Every assignment, every study gets stacked on your plate like pancakes. Interesting. That's actually an interesting title and perspective on that title.
Zen, I fear, and I'm worried that this is going to take a terrible turn, but there's something a little bit of, like, not necessarily, like, blind hope, but maybe wisdom that's lacking, because in that case, you could kill an entire population of people to help a slightly larger population of people. Like, there's a line that has to be drawn with, the harm and the good, right?
I see. My wife
See, Krause thinks that we're, like, trailing off, but we're talking about pancakes now, and I believe that's trailing off of the main issue here.
Well, no, the idea behind the reason why they would title their wife a stack of pancakes or something of that nature, yeah, makes sense and is interesting as well for different reasons. Your life being named, your biography being called Crescent City, is my thought of what is an interesting title that would draw readers into a book about your life, and not what do I think is actually the best title for your life. I personally think it is the best title for your life, at least for your early life, because it is such a significant portion of it, but also it's it's a defining moment, essentially.
Yes, I understand.
But there could be a better title that more is all-encompassing, if that makes sense. Whereas theirs about the stack of pancakes seems like that makes sense for an all-encompassing title of their life. Not a good hook title, but a good all-encompassing title.
Krez, it wasn't about a lack of blind hope. Pay attention. Come on. Wake up. Come on. Chris, come on. Like, how is this not interesting to you? Zen is saying his life or hundreds of others. Like, this is an interesting conversation.
Okay, trolley problem. There's people tied up on the tracks. On one track there's one person, and on the other track there is 5 person. If you leave the track alone, it will run over the 5 people. But if you change it, it hits the 1 person. Which one do you pick?
No, that's a stupid question, Merp. Like, we're literally addressing that right now.
It is the trolley problem. I'm simplifying it.
So I'm going to bring you into this conversation. Do you agree with Zen?
Even you pull the lever, even if it makes you a murderer? Without pulling the lever, you have no personal responsibility, and therefore you can't be blamed. But if you pull the lever, you are to blame for a person's death. That's the problem with the trolley problem.
His opinion is that he would sacrifice blood and bone to make other people's lives better.
Thanos.
In the name of good. He's basically Thanos. Like, do you agree with that?
Do you agree with Thanos? It's the best choice. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Zen, so see, this is the problem of this problem that we're having, is that, Zen, you do not know who those 5 people are. Mm-hmm. You do not know who that 1 person is.
You just murdered the guy who invented the cure for cancer.
5 people. You killed 1 person that was a mother of 6, and 5 people that, let's say, they're, terrible, awful people that make many other blanket of awful people's lives, right? Yeah, he could have. That is a huge plot hole in the movie, but
it's not. They address it after the fact. Apparently Thanos' mind state was doubling the food only temporarily fixes the problem, but so does having the population. They'll just grow back to the same population.
Yes, it does.
So either way,
not to get off topic. So Krez, he's saying that he would.
Marvel, irrelevant.
But I'm actually trying to get to the bottom of that. This is a
send them to an alternate universe.
Never said anything about their lives. Oh, did Merps not finish it? Yeah, no, you haven't seen this, trolley. It's called the trolley problem.
There's a train coming down the track. You If you don't switch the track, 5 people are tied on the track and they'll be hit by the train and die. If you do change the track, it hits one person that's tied on the track and he dies. Ah! Naomi cat! Oh my goodness, Naomi. How you doing? Oh my god. Don't explode. Oh my god. You're playing Minecraft. An anime-thon. What? Which one is it? You were playing Minecraft or an anime-thon? Which one is it? Got you. Hi. You did get me. You scared me. You scared me. I'm gonna change the subject for just a moment. How you doing, Naomi?
No, we're talking about the trolley problem. No, it's very important.
You can go back to the trolley problem when I'm done addressing the rating problem. Thanks for coming, Naomi. I know you probably had a long stream, so if you need to go and get some R&R and get out of here, that's totally fine. Thank you for bringing your community here. I love to see it. Love to see all the new faces. Anyone that's here. You went through an anime-thon convention this weekend, so you opened your merch and then Minecraft. Oh, so it was both. So it was both. Speaking of both, 5 people are tied on the tracks. If you don't pull the lever, those 5 die. If you do, 1 person dies. Do you pull the lever? do you participate in the trolley problem? This is the question we were just in, the trolley problem. It's not usually my intent to generate the trolley problem, but we ended up at the trolley problem somehow. Why does it always end up back at the trolley problem? You're the person behind the trolley? That makes sense.
That's
great answer. Great answer. Can I?
I'm annoyed that that's a good answer.
Can I drift the train and get all 6 of them? Quickly hit the lever and then hit it again when it goes over, so I can drift and hit all 6. But if you don't pull the lever, or you're not doing anything, so does that mean you still have fault or not for intervening? Depends on the state. Generally speaking, I think the moral choice is the fact that the moral choice is specifically if you pull the lever, you are murdering someone. If you don't pull the lever, you have no personal responsibility and therefore you didn't kill anyone. But that really depends on the person's viewpoint on it. You're getting yourself involved, whether it be truly or emotionally. Both is good. You can't, but you try. Tokyo Drift that shit, no matter the cost. I know, right? We got it. Let's take out all 9. Maximum effect. Yeah. Tokyo Drift that shit. How are they on the tracks? They're tied down with adamantium chains. No matter the cost. Adamantium chains, Zen. Adamantium chains. They cannot be broken by mortal men. All the violence, absolutely. You like the one where you're actually blindfolded and someone's telling you if there's 1 on one track and 5 on the other. Do you pull it based on what they're telling you? You know, that does make it more interesting because you have to trust someone else's judgment in this case.
Well, I'm going to start closing out my role in this because I feel like the raid was a good turning point to...
Well, if you leave, the stream ends.
What?
I'm not... Like, the stream is going to die without your input, I swear. It will 110%. I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, my wife is the true MVP. You're right. You got to get the whole team. Yeah. You know, this also goes back to the other... I don't want to make you upset, though. If you want to go, you can. This also does go back to the other question, too, of the button problem. You know? Love, are you still there?
I am sneezing my brains out.
I see. It goes back to the button problem of there's 2 buttons. If you press the red one, and 50% of the people press red, everyone survives. But what's the other one? If there's the blue button, you press the blue button. If 50% of people who press the button press blue, everyone survives. 50% or more. If less than 50% of them press it, then everyone dies. But if you press the red button, you always survive. Which one do you press? My wife and I are in agreement here on this one. What do you press, Zen? Naomi, you press red. I agree. I believe firmly that this particular prompt is just a trap. It is a trap that is there to...
But see, I believe Zen was the one that picked the other one, blue, and after some consideration, I don't remember what it was ended at.
Red, because everyone can push it. See, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, so like, because it is kind of a trick question at that point. Like, because I, of course, you know, said blue first, you know, because like, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Like, red is the, like, it's a trick question.
We'll come back to it, Kraz. Merp likes to totally...
What do I like to do? Am I stupid?
You derail, like, and you go forward sometime.
Exactly. I derailed the train so we can drift and hit 6.
Kraz. So, the question was,
yada yada, blue's a trap. Yes.
Would you... I mean, the question's essentially this. Would you sacrifice yourself for 100 people you don't know?
100 random people you don't know. They could from anywhere in the world.
That is really what it all boils down to.
I would say no. Personally, no. I feel like my impact throughout life would help more than 100 people than me doing it right now would.
So I think that a lot of this mentality stems from, I like I said before, I don't know if it's, gonna completely derail and make people hate me, but it's, you know, the blind hope and the wisdom of some things haven't quite hit you yet. Because a lot of times that comes from a lack of self-value, you know? Because I used to be like that when I was younger. But see, you're not responsible. That word responsibility really hits people hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your responsibility.
No.
Those 100 lives are not your responsibility.
Never.
At all. They have the association of being your responsibility.
You're given
because
the responsibility,
of the question.
But if you don't take that responsibility, it's not your responsibility. And here's the thing, saving 100 lives with the press of a button, but you die, you have more impact in your life on people than you realize, and you're going to be saving more than 100 lives in your lifetime. So in the end, you're actually killing more people by taking on the responsibility of saving 100. Does that make sense? More people are going to live because you lived than the 100 people that died for you
and
not
course,
taking that option.
Yeah, like these are all hypotheticals. Your life honestly would probably never boil down to it. And it might be easier to kind of bring it down to scale.
There you go, Timmy.
See, Zen, I said the same thing when I was 8. I said the same exact thing. You should have seen me on my 21st birthday after a couple drinks, and I was crying because I didn't think I was going to make it that far. I had no plans. I had nothing in my life that I thought I was, and it really is something that is a self-respect type of thing.
Until this year, my wife thought she was on her deathbed.
It took finally a few special, like it was
a good doctor,
a thing. And Zen, it's okay. Like, to think that way if you want. Like, it's totally okay. As long as you understand why you're thinking that way. And that's perfectly fine, Zen. The thing is that you cannot expect every other person to share that blind responsibility for another person's life. Because most normal people do not. They will not. And they don't have to. They should not be made to feel bad to. We always need to be aware and be able to address the horrific things that are going on in the world and in our immediate, in our state, country, neighborhoods and our families, and be aware of them and empathetic and understanding. But we are not responsible for it.
Yes.
It's very important to know that. Because that's where you start. If you start feeling responsible for that, it's just going to weigh you down for the rest of your life. It's fine to want to do good by others. It's a very healthy way to live. But not if you feel that you should be doing this, you need to be doing this, otherwise you're not a good person. Because the moment you fail, it's going to hit you real hard.
Yep. I feel like you might not be valuing yourself enough.
The reason why I mentioned this then is because you had said that you assumed that other people put others before them. And I mean, that is true to a certain extent. And I do believe that, I would die for my husband. Like, I'm not
You're making me blush.
a question. But I'm not going to say that for my neighbor,
Chris is right, to be fair.
Yeah, like, you have more. I mean, Zen does have value. And I think he does know that. But
I mean, a minute ago, he said he could buy 10 of them for $5 for a nickel, so I don't think he thinks that. I think he's undervaluing himself tremendously.
I mean, I couldn't either. Like, I mean, you do make a difference in people's lives, but you need to take it more sincerely than seriously. And in that terms of dedication, because you need to also enjoy your life.
I agree with that 100%. Takes one to know one, Kraz. Takes one to know one. But yeah, no, 100%. Like, every single one of you here in the stream right now has value. Just so all you know, if you weren't aware, you all have value. You are seen as unimaginably valuable to someone else, and most likely multiple other people. The things you do in your life.
After saying that, you just need to put that frog from Futurama on while you're saying that.
Me?
Yeah.
Right. Listen to what I say. You are all of you, every single one of you, Zen, Kraz, Timmy's, Naomi, every single one of you in the chat that has been here or is here and can hear what I'm saying. You are unimaginably valuable to someone else. Multiple other people value your existence far more than you can imagine, and if you were gone, they would be absolutely crushed and devastated. Your existence is good for both the mental health and physical health of more people than you can imagine, and over your lifetime, you're going to help way more people than you can think of. So sacrificing so a self-sacrifice might seem like the correct choice in the moment, and it could be possibly, but generally speaking, do best by you and you'll do best by others. Let's see what Timmy said. Take life one day at a time. Sometimes the grand scope is genuinely overwhelming, and we are all human. Take time to appreciate yourself, enjoy the sun, take a walk, or even simply take a day to just enjoy your hobbies. You'd be pleasantly surprised what it could do as well. I 100% agree with you, Tim. 100%. Every single one of you is unimaginably valuable. I hate being the sappy one in the chat right now, but you're all important to someone. And right now, you're important to me.
Krez.
Except for Timmy's, you're not important to me. You're not.
I did it. I turned the stream into a better help episode.
She did. Anyway, everyone here is important to me. Everyone here is important to me except for Timmy as he threw pipes at me. No longer important.
And I am so upset because I am never going to live it down by Krez.
Well, you would have if you didn't bring it up.
No, he knew.
No, he would have already...
I just put it into words.
He would have already brought it up if that was the case. Now you'll never live it down because you brought it up. You brought this upon yourself. You're glad you're important to me, Murphy. Much love. Thanks, Zelda. I appreciate it. Yeah, everyone here that's watching right now is very important to me, of course. Every single one of you.
That's good, Zen. I mean, like I said, it's good that you like it, and you don't feel like you're obligated to do it, because that's the only point that I'm trying to make. Because it's not your personal responsibility. If you enjoy doing it, and it makes you feel good, and it's what you want to do with your life, that is the bottom line why you should be doing it.
Oh, I was referring to what my wife was referring to, Kraz. I can't think of anything that you can't live down. I'm not sure. I know that
Kraz
Kara can't live down the fact that he's... Go ahead.
Sorry, Mert.
No, you go ahead. It's fine. Mine was unimportant.
I was saying that I'm never going to live down turning this into a better help episode.
Correct. You brought it up a second time.
Not that you can't live it down.
Kraz doesn't care. Seems like you're fine. You're in the fine, love. You're fine.
Oh, good. I think because you got to participate a little bit. Yeah. See. Yay! See, I wasn't even gonna join the stream tonight because I was in the garage moping in depression. And Mert made me.
That's right. I forced my wife's hand.
I mean, I feel better, so it's good.
Do we see the previous message? Oh, here we go. Timmy also said, feeling burnout is a defining trait of being human. Yeah, we are objective. We're objective oriented, but definitely takes breaks and take a moment to breathe for yourself too. As another person who has 9+ active projects, take time for yourself. For me, I like to keep it to one project, and my one project is streaming. I stream every single day. It's my one project. I do take breaks, but those breaks are, I stream every day, but I'm still taking breaks for myself for a little bit every day, you know?
What did Zen say? What was his last message?
Free therapy, woo.
Before that?
When I'm feeling burnt out on the work, I remind myself of what it means, why I do it, and that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's what I was addressing, yeah. I did see those ones.
You did good, #1 Tokyo Mew Mew fan. I agree. My wife is fucking awesome.
Oh, shut up. You know, I've been slightly bothered this entire stream for the last 2 hours because I have been covered by the chat.
Where? Like on the left a little bit?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Did someone unfollow and refollow to throw stuff at me? Or did someone subscribe? Let me see. It doesn't tell me. Ah, there it is. It was very You cannot watch ads. I understand. I've been skipping the ads for a bit so we can get through this conversation without ads happening. We'll have ads probably in about 5 minutes. Thank you, Timmy's. I appreciate it. It was Timmy's for a resub. I'll move you out from the chat. We reached our sub goal. Okay.
Wow. You actually got a goal.
I didn't set this goal. Twitch set it automatically. You need TTV Turbo. I turned it off because it wasn't working properly and it was causing issues with the chat or something of that nature. That's why I have that turned off, Tim. Sorry about that. Otherwise, I would have it on. I had it on for the longest time, but TTV was really fucking with the stream somehow. I forget what it was doing, but it was bad enough to where I had to turn it off.
Zen says, I started out as Zen at 14 after I was diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis. When I heard my odds 1 in 5 pass away, I felt the need to do something with my life. I felt I was a dead man walking. 5 years in, it kept me going, gave me a reason to fight.
Well, it seems like you're going fine for now, Zen. I believe in you and your fight.
Yeah, see, like, that's exactly kind of the point I was making. You're doing it for you.
You want to make a difference.
The separation of good and the blanket statement of doing good in your eyes. It also will never be the same as the good in someone else's eyes.
Yes.
You need to be doing these things because you want to do them. Because there's going to be some people that don't think what you're doing is good.
I agree. Now, I'm going to change the subject for just a moment. Just a short moment, because I want to mention something kind of funny. Have you guys watching this stream, sometimes you notice my model just freaks out, right? Every once in a while, it'll just like either get really small or really big and kind of like shake all around for a second. Can I get a... That was an interesting band, Love. That was a good band. How'd you even catch that guy? He didn't even tell me they were suspicious. You notice that sometimes when we're just talking and stuff, my model will just freak out and get like really big or really small and just like shake all around for a moment. I really want to. I wish there was a way to make it so when that happens, there'd be a sound that happens, and what I want is the sound from Half-Life 2, the fucking ragdoll sound effect. I want the ragdoll sound effect to happen every time my model freaks out. I don't think it's possible to do that, but if it was, that'd be awesome. Anyway, we can continue with the other conversation. Sorry about that. I saw the model out of the corner of my eye do that when I scratched my face. And it like got really big for a second and like fucking shaking around for a second. I was like, man, that'd be really funny every time it happens.
How the hell can people not think managing local pollution is a good thing?
A bad thing.
It's easy. It's because it doesn't do anything. Like, it's a waste of time.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a waste of time per se. If no one else is doing it and you're the one doing it, it's a good thing to do.
It's therapeutic.
It's therapeutic, but like, if you see places where people don't pick up the trash at all ever, they can turn into hellholes. But if someone is picking it up, they can stay pretty decent. And if Zen's the only one doing it, that's great. But I do think it's an important thing. You got the Maple server beta key? I do not, Riki. I apologize. I didn't get it. Mostly because I didn't sign up for it. Nexon doesn't like me because I criticize them. But I also didn't sign up for it. Anyway, I think it's a good thing. I feel like it should be the responsibility of the city to do that, though. It really shouldn't be an individual's responsibility to do that. That should be what taxpayer dollars are going for. You know what I mean? Actually making the place you live a nice place to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if that's what you're talking about, then yeah.
It should absolutely never be your responsibility. It should be someone else's. It's great that the streets rely on you, but also they shouldn't have to. Yeah, there was some post on TikTok some time back of like super trashed area in Los Angeles or so, and it got cleaned up just because, and it's remained clean ever since, months, and almost still to this day as well. Yeah, I heard about that one. There's the ads. I ran out of skips. I ran out of skips. I hate it when I run out of skips. Why is it showing? Oh, it's a jeans commercial. A denim, a Levi's jeans. Why do we need a commercial about Levi's jeans? They're the most. They're the biggest brand of. If you're buying jeans, you're buying Levi's most likely. Unless this isn't Levi's. No, it's an Old Navy commercial. Never mind.
Can Zen hear us?
Probably not. We're in an ad. Oh, actually, he's on YouTube. He can hear us.
Okay, all right. That's what I was wondering because I realized he was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, again, it's not your responsibility. But if you feel like it makes you feel good to do it, that is different.
Another thing you can do to help with that, you can hear me? Yeah. Another thing you can do to help with that is go to city council meetings. Every time your city has a city council meeting, go there and complain about how no one is cleaning up the litter. You need to raise hell with them every single time they have a meeting. That's a public meeting that you can have a voice in, and make sure they know, hey, yeah, no, you're not picking up, you're not doing your jobs with our taxpayer money. You need to do this thing. And again, like you said, take your time to take breaks. There's bad people out there, and it'll become a community process as well, where other individuals will help as well. Yeah, absolutely. You could also post on your city's Reddit. A lot of the time, a city you live in, depending on how big it is, but a city you live in will have a Reddit, generally speaking. I know you're in a small town, so it might not be the case, because you said you can walk from one side to the other pretty quick. So there might be none. You live in the middle of nowhere in the desert farmland, no city council within a reasonable distance. Oh, I see. Well, that could be tougher. Absolutely on the city council town meetings for sure. Yeah, like if you're able to make it to them, if they're even in your area, if your city even has them. If you're too far from a city.
So, Zen, that's where you start a organization of your own.
Yeah.
That's where it matters, is getting other people involved.
Small towns can have a larger voice. One thing you can do is start a petition around your town. Go door to door. Just knock on doors and people to ask around town. Go to the restaurants and things, and ask people if they want to sign your petition. He lives in the place from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah. In the middle of nowhere.
And I'm surprised because I've been to a lot of small towns, and they're usually really good about having communities that like come together for things like that, you know, and have pride in their homes.
Absolutely. I realized I should have done this a while ago. Friend VTubers who support me like you guys, I should fix that. Community, roles manager. How do I spell this? Add new. TIMM1EZ. This guy.
Captain Ozone.
A VIP. Saved. Add new role. Fucking NAIOMIEEC. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. How'd that happen? NAOMIEECAT. Naomi Cat. VIP. Saved. Obviously, I should do that. I forgot to do that before. I did it now. When you were living
when
in
I
a
was
mountain...
living in a mountain town in Colorado, we had a population of like 400 some people, and we fought for bear-proof trash cans as our tourist season became so trashed by wildlife.
Makes sense. And the town was making big money, but with enough back and forth, it is possible. Absolutely. I think Zen is in a town with a population of less than 100 though, so that might be a thing. I could be wrong, which at that point that's a village, but still. My love used to live in Big Bear when it was smaller than it is now.
Oh, it's a 10K population. It's nothing like what they're talking about.
True.
And actually, I think it was almost like 17K by the time I left.
True. It was growing by the time you were already there. Yeah, a petition would be the way to do it, man. Zen, absolutely. And if it's an internet petition like you're saying, yeah, not like you're saying, but if you do it as like a digital petition, you can also get people from outside your city to sign it, and I'd be happy to do so.
It's unfortunate. Things are very hard nowadays.
Change the orb, that crap, yeah.
Oh,
we got blacked by. I read it before it got deleted. Sorry about that, Tim. It does it by itself. Nightbot's an ass sometimes. Make sure to put a space.
Hell
yeah.
It's difficult nowadays. I don't even know how to say this without even sounding political, but like ozone reminded me, like the whole campaign when the whole ozone thing was a big deal, and it actually got fixed. It got, there was a whole, there was listening going around and smart minds exchanging words, and corporations were forced to do their part. But now there's no accountability when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's just not like that anymore.
Yeah, back then, like there were petitions, people did that stuff, and they figured out that the problem with the ozone was a chemical that's found in a lot of aerosol, which is in refrigerators, and it's in any of the aerosol cans, sprays of any kind. And they eventually figured out we can change it with this thing, and it stops affecting the ozone layer. The ozone layer came back. There's still a hole in the ozone layer above Australia, but it's now much smaller than it was. I think it's actually growing again, but this is because of pollution, and not because of the same thing. And it's not growing at the same rate it was when it was happening before, because we don't have those aerosols in the air. But again, it's like governments getting rid of nuclear sites for coal sites because they're cheaper and easier to run, and they scare people less. But nuclear sites scare people because coal places lobby for that kind of thing. So, really what needs to be, it's not personal accountability, in my opinion. It's people should be fighting back against companies that are doing this to you.
Well, it's not an opinion. It is what it is. The facts are there.
That is a fact. It's less
but
personal
without, like I said, I didn't want to get like too political or into that.
Yeah.
But like I was just feeling a little down for you because it's just so much harder now to do that kind of stuff.
Oh,
you know? Even with social media and all that kind of stuff.
Social media is controlled by companies too.
And
nowadays.
being able to reach, and like the internet now, and social media, it's crazy.
You are correct. It is personal responsibility, but less than taking that into your own hands to fix the problem. You should be taking it in your own hands to sign petitions, get people in on those petitions, get people to actually voice their opinions on it and try to fight back against these things that are happening. So it's less trying to take it in your own hands and fix the problem, which you can't do, really. You can kind of put a band-aid on it.
See, this is the problem. This is, again, circling back to the problem of using the word responsibility. Because it is your personal responsibility. You should be on the computer right now.
All the time, too.
It is, harming a lot of things. the use of it. You can go be a monk, and clear the karma. Don't act on anything, because that's what karma is action.
Understandable, Zen. Especially if it's in your local area in a small town like that. I could
like,
see someone doing
I
that.
think you're like Zen. We're not telling you that these things that you're doing are not good, and
good.
that your belief in it is good, because once you start getting to be I want to say like me,
69 years old like us.
Once you start and jaded, you just get jaded, and you realize that nothing you do really matters. It's much easier to not get into that if you continue to do these things that you believe are good. No, I see you haven't quite been paying attention. Like, I've said it several times
Key jingle.
that it is good what you're doing, and that you should be doing it. But the initial issue was that you're calling it personal responsibility, and that everyone has a responsibility to do something to stop so-and-so something and suffering, do good. That was what the initial conversation was about. And all that followed was us trying to explain that is a terrible blanket statement, and you shouldn't feel this way.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel that it's your personal responsibility to do it. You should just feel that you want to do it because you want to be helpful.
He says it's the way that I'm saying them. Am I not friendly enough?
No. I think he
like, am
misunderstood
I
the
too?
message. No. I think the
forceful.
amount.
Like, I'm genuinely I'm just trying to figure out why.
The type of explaining and the amount of it made it seem like you're trying to play devil's advocate and convince him otherwise, when I know that's not the case of what you're doing. She's just trying to say that the wording that you're using for it isn't exactly what you think it means, and you should be using different wording. I know personal responsibility is a thing that's thrown around a lot, and people are using it in ways that are different. Yes, you can view it as your own personal responsibility if you want to. But like, it's not really that. It's just you want to do that because it's helpful. Really, it's not your responsibility. It's the city's responsibility. It's the state's responsibility. It's the country's responsibility. You know what I mean? But it's the tone and the patterns themselves that you felt were trying to convince you to stop. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to rectify that other than, like I did say multiple times, that it is very good what you're doing, and to not stop doing.
Yeah.
And as long as you feel that they are good to be doing, you should be doing them.
Yeah. But if you feel like it's someone's responsibility, you should be putting fire under the ass of the people whose responsibility really should be, like the city or the state. It's become almost like your own personal trolley problem. Yeah. When it's not, you're doing good, but take your breaks and make time for yourself. Yes, you're not responsible for the sole proprietor. It is a collaborative effort, and definitely leaning to the city as they pay for these things to happen, and they need to change for the better. Absolutely, you feel responsible to handle it, because just because it isn't your responsibility doesn't mean. Oh yeah, no. If you feel like you should do it, then do it. But like, if you feel like you're doing it a lot and the city is doing nothing about it, you should be complaining at the city as well. Getting a petition signed by people who live near you. Putting it up on the Reddit of your greater county area as a change.org type thing to get them to sign it as well. Because it shouldn't be like that in the first place. It shouldn't be your responsibility, but you're taking it up on yourself because no one else is doing it. That shouldn't be the case. That should be frustrating, and you should be upset at the city for not doing their job. You're paying taxes for a reason. Just don't hurt yourself doing it. I agree. And don't break your back over it. 100%. Well, I mean, yeah, if you look at where your city is and what county you're in, there's going to be a city that is overlooking your section of the county, and if they're not taking care of where you live, then they should be able to. It should be able to be rectified. Every small city is under the jurisdiction of a major county, generally speaking, unless you're really unlucky. Usually.
That's like another like, you know, if there isn't anything, like if it's an unincorporation or like I'm not super knowledgeable about government exactly, but if there's nothing there to complain to, that could be something, if you're really passionate about this, is find out how you become the person responsible for it. Because you can make sure with the right amount of time and dedication that it will continue to be upheld long after you're gone. That is what's important, because you cannot do it forever. And that is what is really important about everything that we do, is to impassion other people to do what is good for the earth, right?
Starting your own small nonprofit or small club that does this. See about talking with high schools and whatnot in your area to see if you can get people that see if you can get high school kids into this kind of thing.
You would be surprised how many places want to donate and slap their name on something. When it has
local
to do
fucking
with
restaurants,
local cleanups and stuff like that. And you could get paid for it. You could have lunches. You could not have to worry about, you know, how dirty a place is, you know, because you'll have people helping you.
Exactly.
And you could move on to other things, even if it's cleaning a different part of town, you know, like, I mean, I'm not saying to not do it. If you love doing it and it makes you feel good and you love that cathartic feeling when you turn around and everything behind you is clean and it looks awesome, like, that's good. And you can do it in a sincere way instead of being stressed and take it seriously, you know?
I mean, if it's a nonprofit,
yes.
Nonprofits generally get donations, and those donations are used to pay employees, generally speaking, because
that's what the nonprofit
employed.
is. Anything beyond that goes to the cause of what you're doing. So supplies and materials for cleaning up and for busing people in from high schools, from other towns, from, you know, collaborating with nearby towns' organizations that are on the same wavelength.
All profits are put back into the company, essentially.
It's all a part of a bigger thing. And yes, you'd get paid for it. People do that.
Same with charities, which is why you have to be careful with it. You have to also be careful when donating to charities for the same reason, because charities are allowed to keep a certain percentage of the donation, so you got to look into charities before you donate to them, because you want to see how much they actually keep for themselves, essentially. Like, not to put back into their business, but to like as bonuses for their CEOs and shit. A nonprofit is different, but the same. So you gotta like, for that you can make it very clear how much of this is going to you and your employees that are the people that you're paying, and how much is going to the company. You usually don't want to take too much, but you could probably get enough to live on without being greedy. Over time,
then you're not going to be making, you know, a lot of money, but you can be getting paid for your time. Absolutely.
It takes time to set that up too.
And you could
5-10 years time you could have a business,
and to going to the dump, because I'm sure going to the garbage heap costs a fee, you know, depending on how much trash or goods you have. There's all that kind of stuff.
5-10 years time you could have a decent sized nonprofit business doing the local cities near your area, and you'd be making enough money to live on, probably, and have a few employees to yourself that help with this. You'd be able to set up events and help with people, and because of your particular connection with the superhero movement thing that you like doing, you could have your entire nonprofit themed around that. Like, I mean, I think for
you could.
Mind,
that's a huge
no-brainer.
gimmick.
Yeah, like, make it superhero themed. I mean, like, obviously, right?
And your nonprofit wouldn't just be a cleanup. You know, that's part of it.
It's where you start.
There's just
somewhere.
so much that there's so many, you know, communities, like neighborhoods, especially HOAs and stuff like that, and schools and YMCAs and boys and girls clubs that all, like, they want to teach their kids and the people there about, you know, doing this kind of work.
And if you founded a team recently, you can see if they're down to actually turn it into a nonprofit for, helping the community out, especially if all your team is local. I mean, really, I'm sure if that you guys, the superhero movement already does that, so like making it more official and turning it into an actual thing, it's gonna take time. You're 18. It's hard setting up an LLC or a company of any kind.
It honestly isn't anymore, and it's it really depends on your dedication.
Mm-hmm.
It's
not
if
hard.
You are truly dedicated to this and you want to make your life about it, this would be the route that I definitely suggest that you go.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only will you be able to feed yourself, and if you have a family, I'm sure you'll live long enough, have a roof over your head and a vehicle to get to where you need to go, and enjoy a nice dinner every now and again, and change the world.
Yeah.
Like that. You're not going to become a millionaire off of it unless you become corrupt. Please don't do that, because it's possible. That's why some people start nonprofits for that exact reason.
Yep.
And
Rug
it's
polls
terrible
and stuff like that.
But you are young enough where, like Timmy says, that you have time to research it, and you have a couple years to really see how everything works.
Well, there you go, Zen. I mean, like, to be fair, if you're starting this kind of thing, you already have a team. If you have a name for it, I mean, they might not be local, but you might be able to set up people. Like you don't have to force your quote-unquote employees for a nonprofit. A lot of them would be volunteers, right? But anyone that is actually employed by you, you wouldn't have to force anyone to do superhero stuff, per se, unless they want to. But the people that are already in the superhero type thing, once you actually start really getting it, people are all over the place. You could expand your business into multiple areas using your team, that kind of thing, if they're interested to kind of expand that way. Obviously, not everyone is interested in kind of running any kind of company whatsoever. If that doesn't sound interesting to you, that's a thing. If you're going, thank you, Dang. Hello, Dang. Welcome in, and thank you for the information. If you're going to do a nonprofit, don't forget you can apply for low-cost tech licenses like Microsoft NFP licensing, or for Google Workspace. They also have NFP programs. Yeah, like there's a lot of things if you start a nonprofit that'll help like bring down the costs, especially for something starting. We're calling it the hand forged heroes because we make our own equipment. Well, there you go. You could call your nonprofit your nonprofit could just be your hero's name, essentially, because it is a nondescript name that could be used for a something that is there to help a community. Heroes can be associated with people that help the community. So like obviously, right? But let's see. You can also get tax deductions cuts for things like purchasing network equipment from Unify. You're certified by them as a US FP and UWA. And other tech purchases. Yeah, like there's a lot of things that go into starting a nonprofit. Like you're gonna start small, right? Starting small is obviously important, but it's a learning curve. It's not going to start overnight. You're gonna start you've already started the process yourself and doing it around your community. But like if you want to build it up,
I don't want to overwhelm you because this is all stuff that is definitely something you need to look into. Mm-hmm. But you need to start small, and because you were surprised you could get paid for something you already did.
That's right, Zen.
And yes, you can still do that right now.
If you take that stuff to a place that recycles, you can get money for that already. But it's not that much, and you can already get the tax deductions for the stuff that you've already collected as well, as long as you have it documented properly. There's steps you can take to go through those processes that I'm not an expert on, and I just know they exist.
Yeah, like your first steps really need to be keeping all your receipts for the things that you buy specifically for it. Right, and you buy them separately from anything else, so we can keep good track in a filing cabinet with them. You go to your local businesses, and a lot of them are going to say no, but some of them are going to say yes. Mm-hmm. You need to ask for sponsors.
Start documenting everything. Because that's a good idea.
You document. You ask for sponsors because that's how you start. and they will pay you a certain amount.
You're gonna want physical documents.
They will supply things for you, for the cleanups, and you get the word out there. You'll start wearing their shirts, like the sponsors and stuff like that, and that kind of thing.
Or logos in
there.
this case. If your whole theme is superheroes, you could kind of incorporate logos of businesses, kind of like how NASCAR drivers have them on their tracksuits. You could incorporate those onto your costume, which would be really fun. Or onto your cape.
I think one of your
That'd be funny
biggest
too.
problems is they can under their feet. No,
Cape.
they couldn't.
I said cape.
Oh yeah, the cape. That's funny.
The cape would
I don't know about
awesome.
cleaning up trash in capes, though. I don't know about that.
But true.
Depends on how hot it is. But I think your biggest hurdle is if you're truly in the middle of nowhere. That's going to be your biggest hurdle. Is the transportation, trying to get to other places, because that's where you're really going to find sponsors and people like-minded like you that want to contribute and volunteer with you.
You're gonna start going to local businesses and things of that nature, seeing if anyone's after you've already had your roadmap. You start setting things up. I mean, you're young. It might take a few tries to get everything working properly. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
I had an itchy eye. One of the things. These are two things that I'd recommend for starting this. You're either gonna want a computer with a lot of space, or you're gonna want a printer and a file cabinet with some manila envelopes, so you can make sure everything is filed properly and you can have physical copies of things. Just so you have a good roadmap and tracking, so you can do that. That goes for starting any business in that case. One of the things that I tried researching when I was early out of high school and in college was looking into what it would take to start an animation business, if my wife remembers me doing that. And it was...
I laugh.
Yeah, it would be a lot of work to do that, and I wouldn't be able to do that. But after looking into it, it's mostly just documentation at first. It's documentation and a roadmap, really.
It's bureaucracy, which I hate.
It's a lot of bureaucracy, which is a pain. But nonprofit is easier bureaucracy than starting a real company or an animation studio. For like an animation studio, it's a lot of funding. For a nonprofit, there's no real funding there. It's all about gathering manpower that is willing to volunteer after you've already set up your roadmap and stuff. And usually you're starting with businesses that want to help by volunteering, because they're the ones that are really supporting some.
I just want to conclude this whole crazy session of whatever we're talking about, that I am extremely jaded. I used to be, I used to be just like you, Zen. And that's why I worry a little bit about, the downward spiral that it can lead to. But it's hard to tell someone not to don't lose a spark or something.
Yep.
But I spent a lot of time in college. I was going to be a million different things, but the main thing that I ended up with before doing photography was social work. It is what I wanted to do. And for a long while, I volunteered at a place that people had to go to. It was basically like a, what do you call it? A food
drive?
Like
a soup
it
kitchen?
was just someone's house, basically. Just a little, it was a place where we accepted donations and stuff. And I was so happy to start working, because I didn't get paid. It was voluntary, and my whole job at the beginning was to take the information, because we had to have information on each person that came in. Someone interviewed them, and filled it out on a piece of paper, and I data entered that shit into the computer.
Data entry, of course.
And I hated it. I did it for about a month. And I said, I can't fucking do this anymore. I'm not here for this, because you can be doing what you're doing while you can be doing what I'm doing while, like, I feel so fucking useless. And they let me, because I was so upset about it. I wanted to be doing something like important. I got to the point where I was sweeping leaves off the driveway because I was so pissed. And I finally convinced them to do that, to input the stuff into the computer while they were interviewing the people, so they didn't have to have someone just sitting there doing that. And so I was able to actually go and do stuff with Drive. But I found out, like, after about 6 months of working, that it's all you know, it's all terrible. I don't even know how to elaborate. There's so much bureaucracy and red tape that goes on so many things between food and a person's mouth that needs it, with absolutely no rhyme or reason. At the same time I was working, or volunteering here rather, I was working at Ralph's, the grocery store, and I worked in the deli section. And the duality of that job just fucking crushed me. Because the amount of food that gets thrown away in a grocery store every single day, and the amount of people that come into this place that I'm volunteering at that need this food is just diabolical. There's no reason. And you think about every single grocery store in America, just in America. There's not even a Best By date to me. It's literally because they did not sell it in the deli, it gets thrown away. Some things get salvaged, but I was so upset, and I fucking hated it. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, and I know I'm speaking the truth for a lot of people, because there's a lot of us, that have worked retail and food service and all that, and it's crazy. A lot of that in my life, and that's just an instance, has really made me jaded, because I tried so hard. Because I was working at Ralph's long before I volunteered at this place, and once I volunteered, after that month of the data entry thing, I'm like, there has to be something that's done. And I went to the store operations manager, I went to the district manager, I went to I wrote to my union to see if there was anything that we could do, because there was just so much food being wasted, and that can we just donate it? And I finally got it to where they donated the bakery stuff. So that was fine. But they wouldn't donate the old chicken. They wouldn't donate the old sandwiches. They wouldn't donate the old, fried chicken that was over like the amount, because they said it's legal reasons. If someone gets sick over the hot food, they can't do it. Like, the bureaucracy is insane. And I can get started on, I used to work for the UPS store. And guess what my job basically was? It was to do Amazon returns. That was the worst job I ever had in my life.
Oh yeah. I thought
I thought I was going to be doing shipping. No, their main source of income is Amazon returns, and it's not a very good income either. And where all of the stuff that you return goes. About 10 to 20% goes back to any retailer, and depending on the condition, the rest goes into a landfill.
Yep.
10 to 20% goes back to either be sold in pallets in bulk, for people that buy like that kind of stuff. And or sometimes it does go back to the retailer, but very, very seldomly. But it all ends in a landfill, and it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Like, I would have people coming in on a daily fucking basis returning stuff from Amazon.
Keep in mind,
like they
UPS...
would return party stuff, like stuff that they were done with parties that they weren't using anymore. Like, oh, we're not using it. It's free returns, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, do you not know where this stuff, like, so see, then there you go again with like the personal responsibility thing, like that people don't have that. Most people don't. They don't think beyond that moment and what they're doing. So I'm very jaded when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm sorry if it came across like I was telling you not to do it. It's just my tone is because I just so upset about stuff like that because people are really terrible.
Do keep in mind that my wife's UPS store that she worked at the time was in Dana Point, which is to say one of the richest areas in Southern California. So you get a lot of people who are super disconnected.
Oh yeah, that was one of the worst things, is because it was in, like, I'm talking millions and millions of dollar homes that were surrounded by
dollar homes on the beach.
Yeah, like I'm sure any other place it was so bad, but
Dana Point, Laguna Beach, those like two places are like the ones that are like, yeah, no, you're gonna get
Timmy's,
the shittiest of the shit.
Timmy's, I'm sorry, did you say you work for Amazon?
He delivers their packages. Wait. You deliver their packages. Are you a mail carrier, Timmy's? Or are you working for Amazon? Or do you work for UPS? Are you a USPS delivery? Wait. Or are you like a
No,
UPS?
they said they deliver those packages. So maybe UPS.
Well, I mean, you also deliver their packages as a USPS.
Oh, okay. So you're Amazon. So why?
Amazon Logistics.
Why are you working for Amazon and not USPS?
Probably the pay's better at first. USPS, you have to go through like 2 years of like you're going through 2 years of...
No, you know what? I literally just talked to somebody today. I was delivering a package and a fucking Amazon car parked right next to me. And I just laughed because we were walking to like next to each other's house. Like he was living one, I was living the other. And I'm just like, well, you could have fucking taken this. I didn't even come over here. And I just started laughing. And he's like, do you enjoy working for USPS? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I love it. Like, you know, I guarantee you it's better than Amazon. And he's like, how much do you make? I'm like, I make 21. And he's like, oh, that's way more than what I make. And I'm like, you should apply for USPS. Like, we have rights and all that shit. And you should do it before the peak season comes, you know? And I would advocate to anybody to do it.
So you're more of a seniority position now. So that means you probably get paid more than that, and you have more command over stuff than like someone that just works as delivery.
Wait, the process of swapping over to, well, because like Amazon, like DPS, isn't the same as USPS at all. Like, you could just quit and work for USPS separately.
Yeah, but working for USPS, you start out with that period that at least 2 years of a down period where you're on call.
Well, no, it depends on what station you're in. You could literally be hired in a career within a month.
It's true, depending where you are in the world, in the U.S. And depending on like other factors, USPS is great. You're primarily delivery.
That's interesting, Zen. Because that would make him a mail handler, but I've never seen mail handlers do anything with customer service. Because that's a clerk,
well, man,
and that would be crossing crafts.
Zen lives in a smaller town, so maybe they don't have enough people for it to not be crossing crafts.
Maybe
that could be it. We're talking about my wife's current job as a mailman, and Timmy being also a mailman, but for Amazon. and how we hate how all the Amazon packages that are returned go to landfills.
Oh, I see, Timmy. honestly, yeah, that's what we were talking about, Kraz.
I agree,
It's
Kraz.
like we get sidetracked. Well, because he said that he worked for, like he delivered the packages, so I had to touch on that. I'd be curious.
We had to figure out where he works for specifically, because there's a lot of different places that deliver Amazon packages. Also, I agree with you, Kraz. It is lame that they send all of their packages to landfills. Turn it around on you. What were you doing while you were gone? Were you gone because you were ignoring the conversation because it was long and boring for you? Is that what it is? Everyone else was having fun.
Like we know that.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, everyone else was having fun, Kraz. Everyone else, look at the viewership. Everyone else was having fun. My wife is interesting. My wife is funny and smart. Get over it.
Shut up. Someone named Glorp was live.
Oh, Glorp Shitto. You're right. Glorp Shittos. Okay, I see. There's a VTuber name, or a PNG tuber named Glorp Shitto, which is she's funny. Not your sense of humor, love, but I do love the username Glorp Shitto. It's such a good username. I'm surprised Twitch allowed it. Okay, you wanted to switch from Amazon to UPS to deliver for them, as they are so much better for humanitarian-wise. The entire system for Amazon is all laid onto the contractor for liability, and it just comes downhill from there. Well, Amazon is trying to move. They're casting blame onto other people and trying to make as much profit and not pay their employees as much as possible, because they are a company that is all profit. If you're going into UPS is also a for-profit company and it's all profit, but the problem is it has huge labor unions. So that means you as a driver at UPS would you're leaving, Krez? Well, thanks for coming back at least. Sorry, man. Sorry, fucking lame asses. Look, man, you're the lamer. Okay, you're the lamer. So if you work for UPS, you're gonna make more money because you're gonna be part of a union, which Amazon doesn't have a union because they've organized to make sure unions don't even form in the first place. And then USPS is a government job, so you have a lot of securities based on that, as long as it doesn't go public. There's a union there as well, and you have like specific things that you get as part of a government organization, guarantees and things. Right, love? Did you die?
No, but I do kind of leave. The one thing is that Amazon can't handle a lot of its. The only delivery service that can handle last mile deliveries is USPS, because we literally go to every single house already, which is why it's awesome that we have a union that takes care of us. You know, I'm seeing these Amazon drivers running to doorsteps, and I'm just like, okay, throughout the day, 200 stops, that saves you 10 minutes, but they feel the need to do that, and their knees are not going to like them in 2 years.
Yep.
And the Amazon doesn't care, you know.
Nope. You're expendable to Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, you're expendable to everybody. Like USPS, you're expendable.
Companies don't give
a
fuck about you in general. But I mean, hey.
And that's why you got to take care of yourself.
I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah. Kraz, you are saved because I have to go. I might get fucking called in because it's Monday tomorrow and it's almost 1 a.m.
Actually, Kraz isn't saved because it's almost 1 a.m. Because it's almost 1 a.m.
I'm going to go right now so I don't get caught in any more conversation.
Speaking of having to go.
I will... It was fun talking to everybody. I have to go.
Thank you guys for coming to the stream. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe and a follow here on Twitch. Thank you for all the insight, Tim. I appreciate it. It helps a lot. Thank you for coming, Zen, for all the good conversation. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you to fucking Naomi Cat for raiding. It was awesome of you to be here. Great to see everyone coming in and saying hi and sticking around. Those of you from over there, excellent conversation, except for Kraz. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably early if my wife works. Oh, and Nightblader, thank you for your insights as well. Excellent insights. We're going to be back tomorrow, early if my wife works, late if she doesn't. We'll see what happens.